The 2025 NFL Draft is just about here. There are a lot of really talented prospects in this draft, but today we are going to be going over 5 of my favorite, some hidden gems in this draft, just guys I am higher on than consensus. So starting off at number 1 here, we have Jaylen Royals, the wide receiver out of Utah State. He's 6 foot, 205 pounds, 22 years old, and there is a lot to like in Jaylen Royals' game. In just 7 games in 2024, he put up a really good stat line, 839 yards on 55 catches, 6 touchdowns. If you go back the year before, he had 70 catches, 1,084 yards, and 15 touchdowns. So he's put up a lot of production, which you would expect with him playing at Utah State, but there's a lot to like in his game. He has a really good contested catch profile. He can go up, high point the ball really effectively, moss defenders, and he's really good down the sideline. He had a 4.42 40-yard dash, so absolutely definitely has some wheels, and you can see that on tape, but really what is special in Jaylen Royals' game is his ability to break tackles and run after the catch. And he is just very tough to bring down. He's kind of built like a running back. He has really good contact balance. In some ways, he reminds me a little bit of like a really Diet Coke version of Jamar Chase. Just how he plays. He's not the biggest guy, but he wins contested catches frequently. He is really tough to tackle once he gets the ball in his hands. Utah State did a pretty good job of getting him the ball on screens and design touches. I think he's really good in that area, but he can do so much more as well downfield. Royals is someone I do really like. He is number 57 on my big board, somebody that I have a true second round grade on. He is 71 on the consensus board, so more seen as a late second, early third type player. I think his explosiveness and speed and athleticism after the catch are really going to be selling points for him once he gets to the NFL, and if he is in an offense that is able to utilize a lot of those traits, I think he's going to be a really good player at the next level. Next up, we have Fidil Diggs, the edge rusher from Syracuse. He's somebody that is 6'4", 257 pounds. He has a really good athleticism score, had a 9.36 RAS. I think he showed some really nice traits. Originally went to Texas A&M, was there for 4 years, transferred to Syracuse, and absolutely had his best season yet. He played a lot of kind of off-ball linebacker, especially earlier in the season, which I don't think was the best use of kind of his skill set. He can drop into coverage, play some of that type of stuff, but really where he thrives to me is as an edge rusher and somebody that's kind of on the ball, being able to rush the passer. That's really where he thrives. He has over 33-inch arms, so he definitely has some length, has a great first step, had a 1.6 10-yard split, so that's the 92nd percentile. So he absolutely has an explosive first step where he can get off the line, threaten speed to power, threaten the outside shoulder, and he has a variety of different moves that he can go to as well. He has a nice inside swim move, sometimes uses length to attack with speed to power, sometimes can win around the outside shoulder with a nice rip move. I don't think he's a very dominant run defender. He can make some splash plays there, especially when he's kind of lined up in these hybrid alignments over the ball. But I think he can continue to develop his hands, get guys out of his chest. But there's a lot of traits to work with Fidil Diggs. He is number 91 on my board, so I would even be fine with him going sometime late on day 2 or at least early day 3. He's 206 on the consensus board, so I am over 100 spots higher on Fidil Diggs, someone I really do like in this class. Next up, we have Jarriel Hunter, the running back from Auburn. And a guy that dominated the SEC for multiple seasons, had over 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns this year, has put together a couple of nice seasons in a row, and definitely has flown under the radar in this really impressive running back class. Hunter just has a really nice combination of speed and burst, as well as great contact balance as well. He's 5'9", 204 pounds, so he's really well built and dense, even if he's not the biggest guy. Ran a 4.44 40-yard dash, 93rd percentile. I think he definitely shows a lot of explosiveness, but really where he's great is he just rips off these chunk runs because he has pretty good vision. He's this one-cut type back where he'll see the blocks develop in front of him. He'll plant that foot in the ground, get uphill really quickly, and just break tackles because the guys aren't expecting him to get upfield and right in their faces so fast. And so he just has great contact balance. He's really low to the ground, well built, very strong as well, just incredibly muscular. You can see it and how he runs. And he's just this nasty type runner. He's no nonsense, gets north to south really quickly. And that's just my kind of running back. I think he's really undervalued in this class. He's number 85 on my big board. He's 167 on consensus. Right now I have him as RB8 in this class. So I really do like Jarriel Hunter. I would be good with him as a, kind of late round 3, early round 4 type of player. That's likely not where he's going to go. He's going to go sometime, 5th, 6th round, most likely. So Jarriel Hunter definitely think is being underrated in this class. Just has some really nice things to work with. Yes, his pass protection can be a little bit better, but he's a pretty good receiver. He's a pretty smooth receiver transitioning into a runner. And I really like a lot of his ability in the open field, even if he's not necessarily the most agile player out in open space. He doesn't have this great ability to make people miss. He'll just run right through your face. And I think that works pretty effectively as well. So Jarriel Hunter, another one that I really like. Next up, we have Bal Kone, the cornerback out of Western Michigan. He was a really pleasant surprise. Got to him a little bit later in the process, but really like a lot of the tape that he put on. He started off at Iowa Central Community College. He was recruited, but he wasn't really heavily pursued due to academic concerns. Ended up going to Iowa Central. He got really good grades there at 3.4, so we kind of figured out that portion of his life. Transferred to Indiana State, where he played a year there, and then transferred to Western Michigan to the FBS level. And there's a lot to like in Kone's game as well. He definitely did not look out of place in his games against Wisconsin and Ohio State early in the season. He did a pretty good job guarding Jeremiah Smith and some of the Wisconsin wide receivers as well. He doesn't break up a ton of passes, but that's because a lot of the time quarterbacks are targeting other corners on Western Michigan because he is just really consistent. I think that he is really balanced in how he wins. He can play in a zone system where he has cover 3 assignments. That's predominantly how he was used, as kind of that off zone corner where he can come downhill, read and react with the quarterback's eyes and make plays on the football. I think he can absolutely do that. He's also willing to come up and tackle in the running game and underneath as well. So I think that's a big part of kind of the strength of his game. He's also pretty smooth in man coverage as well. He's 6'1", 190 pounds, ran a 4.43. So I think there's a lot to like in his athleticism profile, in his kind of intelligence and football IQ profile as well. I really like what he can bring as kind of a depth corner. He's likely not going to be a starter from day one. He's more of a day 3 type of pull here. But as a 4th round player for me, I'm a big fan. He's 106 on my board versus 190th on the consensus board. So Kone, somebody I really do like. I think he can absolutely stick on an NFL roster, be a contributor, and maybe even become a starter or at least a contributor eventually because of some of the smarts and athleticism that he possesses. My final underrated prospect here is going to be Isaac Tlawson, the wide receiver from Arkansas. He is an impressive athlete, had a 9.93 RAS score. He's 6'3", 214 pounds, so he is built. Had 17 bench press reps, ridiculous jumps, ran a 4.43, incredible shuttle time of 4.05. This dude is just a freak show of an athlete, and it shows on tape as well. He played wing T quarterback in high school, so that meant that he didn't really have much tape out at wide receiver. He didn't get a lot of looks, ended up going to Hillsdale and played 3 years there before transferring to Arkansas. He didn't have great numbers this past season, 546 yards and 3 touchdowns. You may look at that and be like, why did he not produce more in the SEC and in this offense? It's not because of his route running or his inability to get open. Arkansas's offensive line was really not good, and their quarterback play was very inconsistent. Tlawson was open a lot on tape, and he just wasn't getting the football. But I think he has great traits. He has excellent size, speed, and agility, and explosiveness to get downfield as well. He's very tough to tackle in the open field. When they do get to him on design touches and screens, he's able to break tackles and, be able to get downfield quickly. He mostly operates kind of as this power slot type player, but he's a very good blocker as well. That's another big plus in his game, and I could definitely see kind of one of those Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan type offenses that use a lot of condensed sets and need their wide receivers to block. I can see them really liking Isaac Tlawson. He has great hands, didn't have a single drop in his 2 years at Arkansas, can high point and win contested catches, did that very reliably. I really like how he will work with his quarterback, come back to the ball, get open, off script once a play breaks down, which was happening a lot at Arkansas. He just has, a lot of ability and football IQ and things that I really look for in a wide receiver. He didn't play a lot on the outside, so that's maybe kind of one concern with him, and then he also didn't have a ton of production. But I think the traits are all there. He can get better as a route runner. He's still continuing to develop that area of his game, but there is a lot to like in Isaac TeSlaa's game. And right now, he is not being viewed very highly. 187th on the consensus board. I have him over 100 spots higher at number 74. I would not mind taking this guy. Round 3, I really like the athletic traits. I really like the upside of him, and I think that he could be a really nice complementary piece in the NFL. A wide receiver 2, maybe a wide receiver 3. I absolutely think that's in the cards for him. So those are my 5 underrated prospects in this 2025 NFL draft. Who are some of your favorite prospects? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think these guys are underrated as well? It is draft week, so going to be coming at you with some more draft content. Please, if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, hit the like button as well. Both those things are just free and easy ways to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one.